Hello, ma'am. I am so sorry that I have not sent this over to you yet. We had a little bit of a whirlwind of a past week, to say the least. But I'm just going to show you this little video just to remind you of the colors that we used on your face and some of the options that I gave you. And just know that if you do not want all of these shades that I recommended, then you don't have to get everything, right? I went ahead and just filled the palette up, but that was just to give you a couple of options in case you wanted to change things up a little bit. So if you want to take some things out, that's perfectly fine. But I just did want to give you some other options in case you wanted to switch it up, or in case you just wanted to have some extra combinations that you could work with. So this is your palette. It is a size 12, which is what I typically start off all of my customers with. It basically fits 6 of the 10s that you saw me using on the top and then 6 on the bottom. So it has 2 layers. You can go with a smaller size palette if you want to, but this is a good size because it's not too big and it's not too small. You can also change the design of the palette if you want to down here, but I'm going to show you the colors that we used. So the first 3 shades that I show you are going to be the only colors that you do not want to change. Those are going to be your 3D foundation colors that are going to be essentially used as your foundation. So the first color that I used on you was Stone. This is your contour. It's just applied to your cheekbone area, the tops of your forehead, underneath your jawline, anywhere that you'd like to kind of sculpt and create a little more depth and dimension. The next color is Mango. This acts essentially as your foundation color. So it matches your skin tone, and you're going to apply this anywhere that you do not use your contour color. So just kind of around those areas where you used your contour and underneath your eyes. And then the last color in your 3D foundation is the Aura Highlight. And this is going to brighten your face. So it basically acts as your concealer color. So the inside and outside corner of your eyes, down your T-zone area. You can do a little on your chin if you want to. So that just brings in a little more light to your face and brightens it up. So those, again, are the only 3 colors that you don't want to change. The next 3 colors are lip and cheek options. So you can use this kind of like we did with you the other day as a blush on your cheeks, or you can use it as a lip gloss or lipstick on your lips as well. The color that we ended up using on you was a combination of Summer Love and Desert Sunset. Both of these are 2 of my absolute favorite colors, especially if you want something a little more subtle. These are wonderful, but they still give you that beautiful like hint of color. And the next color is Wildflower. This looks a lot lighter than it actually is in person. I've been wearing this all week long, and it's a great like spring summer shade that you can add that's not going to be like a hot pink going, kind of overboard sometimes with your colors. If you want me to send you a swatch, I'll actually go ahead and send you a picture of that as well, because the color here doesn't depict the swatch color as well as it should. So, but this is one of my absolute favorites right now. Again, I've been wearing it every single day of the week. So if you want to grab that one, you can as well. Or if you want to grab the others, whichever you prefer. So the second layer is going to have a few different things. One is going to be a Vanilla Dust setting powder. This is just a translucent powder that sets your makeup. I did, however, I use this on people who have dry skin. So if you have dry areas of your face, or if you wake up and you have those days where your skin is more dry, because I know you said it kind of varies back and forth, this is a good powder to use if your skin is feeling dry, because it's not going to make it even more dry. And it is translucent, so it's not going to change the color of your makeup. If you have a translucent powder that you like, that's perfect. You can continue using that by all means. Or if you need some recommendations, I have some in my email that I just sent. So if you scroll down to those recommendations that are listed out, you'll see an area for powder. So you can check those out as well. The next thing is Bella Bronzer. This is something that I use to give a little bit of warmth to your skin. So you just apply it to some of the higher points of your face, like the tops of your cheeks, your temple area. And don't worry, once you get your makeup, if you want to come over again and we walk through your makeup, or if we need to hop on a FaceTime or a Zoom call, we can do that as well. And I'll walk through how to apply it and let you apply it on yourself so that you really get the hang of it. But it's super easy once you get into everything and see how it works. Last up was your Honey Illuminator. This was one of the last things that we put on your skin just to give you that little bit of dewiness and glow without making you look glittery, if that makes sense. So this is still a cream, as is everything else besides the vanilla dust powder, but this is just going to give you that lit from within type of glow and a little bit of that warmth that's so beautiful. So with the honey color. And then last but not least, I added some eyeshadows, some of the eyeshadows that we used. However, I wasn't able to include all of them, and I switched them around just a little bit to make them a little bit easier to use for daytime looks, but you can also use these for like a date night or something if you want to as well. I included 3 shimmers. One is Drift, the other is Soulmate, and the last is You Complete Me. However, if you wanted to change this up to make it more of a bronzy gold look, you could, keep the color Drift, take out Soulmate, and take out You Complete Me. And when you scroll down, you'll see these little drop downs. You could add the colors, I would say Hot Chocolate and Blondie, or Blondie and, where is it? There's a color called Foxy that's really great as well. And I must have passed it. Anyway, so you could add Blondie and Hot Chocolate, or you could do Blondie and Foxy. I know, oh, there it is. Okay, so those would be 2 colors that you could use in case you wanted more of like a gold bronze look instead of that soft, light, pinkish look. But the matte shades that I chose are Bubba, Lullaby, which is a great neutral purple that you can wear every day, and then something just a smidge darker but still within that brown tone that will really make your eyes pop is Zion. So if you want to change up any of the colors besides your 3D foundation, feel free to hop down here and you can take a look at the lip and cheek colors. There are so many to choose from. I honestly, it's always hard for me to just pick a few, but those are your options. So I'll include the swatches at the bottom of the email. They do look different in the tins here versus when you actually swatch them on your skin. So take a look at the swatches to see if there are any that really stand out to you. If you want to take anything out, just tap on the tin and press remove item. And then the only other thing that you'll want to grab is a brush. So you'll press the menu button and click on brushes and tools. From there, I recommend personally to start off with something like the blush and bronzer brush, just because it is so easy to blend your makeup with this brush, and it gives you an incredibly beautiful airbrush finish. You can use this one brush to apply all of your makeup and blend all of your makeup. So it's double-ended, so it's really great just for versatility. But if you want more than 2 brushes, let me know. The detail brush is absolutely amazing, but all of them are great. I just don't want to give too many options. So if I were to go with 2 brushes, I would go with the blush and bronzer and the detail brush, just because the detail has the small end at the top, which is great for small, like tiny, hard to reach places. And the bottom end is wonderful for applying your contour color. So I have the blend brush is what I use to put on my powder, just because I like to have a different brush for my powder versus my creams, because I don't want to dry out my creams. But if you wanted a brush that is on sale, you could also grab the shape brush to use for your powder as well. So either of those, or the wash brush, either of those would be great for powder as well. There is an eyeshadow brush called the eyeshadow brush. But if you have an eyeshadow brush that you love, by all means, again, stick with what you love. If you would like to save a little bit of money, if you go to the top where it says collections, there is a bronzer collection. So this has that blush and bronzer brush that I recommended to you, plus the bronzer, and it's bundled together so that you save a little bit of money. The only thing you'll want to do is change your color to Bella, and then you can add it to your bag. If you do decide to get the bronzer collection, whenever you press the back button to go back to your palette, just be sure to tap on this Bella bronzer and remove it from your bag so that you don't end up with two. But other than that, once you add your items to your bag, you'll get palette credits. So you'll essentially get your compact here for free. But if you have any questions or need any help with anything, please let me know. I had so much fun doing your makeup the other day, and I'm so glad that you really loved it, and I cannot wait for you to get some. So once it comes in, again, we'll kind of go over everything if you'd like to, or if you're like, nah, Casey, I've got this, then that's totally fine as well. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you later.